Hey YouTube, Sled New England back for another preseason video. Like I said in my last video, wanted to give you an update on what skis I'm going to be running this year and why. So this year we're going to be moving to a Polaris gripper ski, and we're going to do 6-inch shaper bar carbides on those skis. And yeah, we'll dive in and show you why we're doing it. So I got all three skis here that I'm going to be talking about today. All the way over here is the Polaris Pro Stair ski. This comes stock on the Assault, Switchback Assault 144. Rode it for about half a season and just absolutely hated them. Couldn't get any traction, any biting in corners. And even I couldn't get biting in corners, and then on the straightaways it would dart really bad. So I know people are gonna say, "Oh, you gotta check your front track shock and make that adjustment." I adjusted it from one end to the other, and eventually I gave up on these. I did a little bit of research, and people say you could get by with shimming the Pro Stairs for this sled, but ultimately I think these are the wrong skis that Polaris put on this sled. So from here, I dived into the deep end and went with the C&A Pro XCS. These are a super aggressive ski. This is a crossover ski. When you compare the Pro Stair to the XCS, it's a night and day difference. How much area you have on the snow. Your center keel isn't that much more aggressive than the Pro Stair, but the difference is that it's from the front to the rear of it. So if you can think about it, when you're sitting on the snow, when you try to move these skis, these things don't want to turn. And so these perform extremely well, but it comes at a cost, and that cost is a lot of effort when you're trying to turn. And so I rode these for 1.5 seasons, right? First half, the second half of the first year, and then all of last year. So the reason why I'm moving to grippers this year, is I'm trying to find something in between the two. I loved how the XCS performed, but it put a lot of effort into it. So I'm okay taking a little bit of hit on performance, getting a little bit more pushing in the corner. So I'm going with the grippers. As you can see with the grippers, center keel, more aggressive than the Pro Stairs, less aggressive than the XCS. As far as area on the snow, you got about a similar width, but the length isn't as long as the XCS. Just threw some new carbides on these, bought these used online. I didn't want to buy brand new because I want to try them out. I'll do a video getting back to you guys on how these actually performed once we get the season going. And then if I don't like them, I'll run back to the C&A Pros. So yeah, check back mid-season for a review on these. And then the rest of this video, I'm gonna film installing it. So take a look at that. If you're new to the channel, like the video, subscribe down below, and come back for more content. Thanks. So while you're down here, one of the first things you want to do is grease the sleeve that goes in between here. You might have some corrosion on it. Get a wire brush or an emery cloth, clean that up, and then you can put that back in there. Make sure it's nice and greased. And then while you're at it, make sure that you have grease on this bolt as well. All right, so when you put the ski rubber in there, sometimes it can be real tricky to get this installed. But once you get it started, you can use a hammer to tap it in the rest of the way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let the sled back down and get some weight on it, because right now it's not finding its way through the other side of the ski. There we go. Got it all the way through. Throw the washer on the other side. And now we'll just torque this down. Put this all nice and tight. So 16 millimeter, both sides. Torque that down. Repeat on the other side, and then you're all set.